Hello, this is not a spring chick, and this yes, we've got something new. In fact, today you're seeing something brand new, which is we are testing our 3D camera. But the news today is we are here in Orange County at Orange County Auto Show, which is the first of the auto show season of the first trade shows. So anyway, we're standing. Oh, I'm getting all excited. I guess we better bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. Hello, this is not a spring chicken. You can see today we are playing with the 3D camera, the true 3D, and we're shooting today from the Orange County Auto Show, which continues through this Sunday, October 10th. And in news, Obama is on the verge of losing his first showcase mall in New York of a captured terrorist.
Everybody had told the guy that if you give them all the rights, they basically would throw out all the evidence. And they basically threw out all the evidence against the terrorists that they got, that they know killed 200 and some people, including 12 Americans. And Obama said that would never happen. Well, it did, and now the Justice Department and him are massively embarrassed, and even the people on the left are saying that's why we didn't want to hold the trials in the United States.
And the panel, government block scientists on spill estimate.
The White House, as one man did say, that the people in the White House would lie with a deathbed confession with their hand on the Bible. They said that they basically misled everybody from day one on how bad the spill was, and they're still misleading people on it.
So, I mean, you lost environmentalists?
Yeah, they were the setup folks, and they lost them all.
Even though Obama doesn't get it, Russia, China, and even Cuba get it. Capitalism works.
I know. They're all switching to capitalism to pay. They're basically still dictatorships, but they're switched to capitalism because they couldn't pay the bills anymore. See, their social system was worse than ours. I mean, they basically, everybody was on welfare, and the system didn't work, so now they're going to put them all to work in order to pay for their welfare system.
For a Republican to win in a Democratic-controlled area, they have to win by at least 4 points.
We're playing by Chicago rules, folks. And they said, I heard it last night, a Democrat specifically said that this election is so rigged for the Democrats that in areas that they totally control, if you don't have at least a 4-point victory, that is going to simply say you lost.
Nevada Supreme Court, Oshion's name stays on the ballot.
Yeah, basically, even though he's not qualified to run, they're leaving a guy on a ballot in order to basically cut down the Sharon Ng chances of beating Harry Reid, which basically they said is going to end up. They said if it's not going to be the Democrats going to court to screw up this election, the Republicans are, because they have to throw his votes out. But they said the trick is they'll throw them out after the election, which means those are votes that will not be for Angle now.
Democrats now voted against cap and tax bailouts and stimulus and are anti-Obama.
I know, you believe that? They got people running commercials to the Democratic Party that were behind Obama when he signed these things, cheering him on, that are now saying they did not support it, they did not vote for it. Of course, you know what the opposition is doing. They're running all the videos of them proudly announcing that I stood behind the president and helped pass these things. I mean, once again last night, they don't know what the people in the Democratic Party are on. They just wish they would share it with other people and make them just as delusional.
And there is no truth to the rumor that the Whitman maid is going to be named Documented Worker Czar. Oh, come on. Are they really?
Yeah, they promised her that she's not going to be taken out of the country, even though she is a felon. She's a total felon. She's a big-time criminal with 6 felon charges. The Justice Department is not only not going to charge her and toss her out, they're going to reward her.
Oh, because she knows how to get around it, so she would.
Well, basically, they don't want her talking about what was done. So.
Isn't that the biggest pocket?
I know.
Yeah, that's okay. Remember, we were telling you, don't worry. We're not stopping you.
That's right.
And it's all over for the Republican Party, even if the polls all show a massacre of the Democrats.
Well, yeah, I mean, no less than Juan Williams said that even though the polls all show that the Democrats are disillusioned, they will be out in such a force that the Democrats will sweep the Republicans out of office.
And funeral protesters make their case in and outside high court.
Well, they said that they're going to win the case, too. They said here's the expectation. They will allow the protesters to win the case and then fine them for winning it.
And a day of reckoning for public pensions. The bills are down and the coffers are empty.
Well, nobody has any money to pay for anything. And they don't see the Democrats they're basically, people are striking at the moment demanding higher pensions at a time the states and local communities that fire that was let happen in Tennessee was done by a bunch of Democrats that wanted to basically extort money from people. Like, if you don't give us money to help pay the pensions for our workers, we're going to let your building burn to the ground. That was an extortion case, folks.
Immigration Reform and Dream Act backfired on Obama and fired up those in opposition and made the illegals mad at Obama.
I know. Even Juan Williams, who basically is lockstep on the president's talking points, said that was a god-awful mistake to do that. But don't worry, because they know that their bread is buttered by this president. They fully intend to come out and vote for him in force, even though 51% of the eligible voters in the Latino community said this president does not represent their values, which means they don't believe in gay rights, they don't believe in abortions, they don't believe in all of these things, folks.
And a New Jersey senator calls for anti-bully law after reckless suicide.
I know, this is ridiculous. People were bullying people. I've been around for a god-awful long time. My father was bullied when he was young. My grandfather was bullied. You know what they told us to do? Go kick the ass of the bully. You don't go kill yourself. I mean, first of all, if the guy is so worried about, half the gay guys in the world want to be seen having gay sex on the internet.
Oh, really?
Well, because it makes them look like studs. So this guy is embarrassed by the fact that he's gay.
And Stephen Colbert makes a mockery of immigration debate, and Democrats cheer while telling others he can't appear before the same committee.
I know, people that actually are experts in the field and have problems were not permitted to appear while Colbert was, which Colbert says, in hindsight, that was a very stupid thing that he did, because basically it hurt the immigration thing again.
And could Connecticut home invasion killer escape execution?
Absolutely. Connecticut's a state ran by the Democrats. There hasn't been an execution in 60 years. There was no crime so hideous to a Democrat that they can't give them back on the street in a few years.
Are you serious?
Okay. Unless you really have a problem, most convicted killers that get life imprisonment are paroled eventually.
FDA warns companies to stop mouthwash claims.
Yeah, because the only thing mouthwash actually does is it kills germs. It doesn't whiten teeth. It doesn't do this, don't do that. You might as well go buy Listerine. It tastes god-awful, but at least it does do what they're talking about. So,
Trial? Newt Gingrich brands Democrats a party of food stamps?
oh, I know. Basically, that one made no sense. The first part makes no sense to me, but the second part is he sent Nancy Pelosi a grade school primer about how much 1 and 1 equals and 2 and 2, because she said that the best way to build the economy is off of food stamps and off of unemployment, because for every dollar that a person gets in food stamps and unemployment, the community makes $1.79.
Ooh.
That's the same Obama math again, folks. You can't make more money than you're putting out. And these people aren't spending money if they're getting the stuff. Everything they're getting is basically at a discounted rate on the food stamps, because the companies aren't allowed to charge full price.
In fight for Congress could last past Election Day because Democrats will fight in court any loss.
Oh, that's absolutely right. They're going to say they were cheated, even if they're the ones that are doing the cheating out of that.
And Proposition 24 could protect schools or limit job growth.
It doesn't protect the schools, and it limits job growth. That's basically what it does. It taxes you for hiring workers in the state of California.
Oh, really?
If you add new workers, they put a tax on you, which basically is an incentive not to hire new workers. Isn't that brilliant? But the money's supposed to protect school pensions, is what it is.
And Treasury bailed out 66 weaker banks.
Yeah, that they weren't supposed to get the money. They've never paid the money back, and they're in the many billions of dollars that will never be repaid to TARP, which means Obama's statement that the money was all 99% was going to be returned. Well, no, most of them figuring like 19% may be returned. So,
Company electronic monitoring system went down across the U.S.
Yeah, basically because they got hacked. Everybody hacks everything. You want to wait to see the most god-awful hacking, wait till all of Obama's ordered medical records go online. So
And a Monty Bubbleism for the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
the main problem with most members of Congress is that they all flunk math in grade school, but the unions moved them on anyway.